Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Crypto Mainly. My name's Lee. Got that nice breakout from Bitcoin, so I'm looking forward to looking at the charts with you today. Thank you ever so much for liking and subscribing. Just draw your attention to my NFTs if I may, just for a minute. There's only going to be two more left for sale, so that'll be the first 10 sold at the zero point 0.1 Ethereum price, and the prices will be going up once these last two are sold. So watch out for that, guys. Very proud to say I've managed to get my Ethereum naming service. My cryptomainly.eth is my wallet address, which I'm really quite happy with. So that's quite a nice thing. So watch out for that, guys. If the Ethereum naming service, Google that, look that up. That's quite a nice thing that you can add. A personalized address on the Ethereum blockchain. That's quite nice. So let's look at the charts. Just a quick one today, guys. We did get the breakout yesterday. I've noticed that some YouTubers mentioning the fact that the volume was a little bit, has died off slightly. But you can see that that's considerable volume. If you look at the volume from the previous breakouts, you'll see that actually, I can understand kind of what they're saying, but you'll notice that the breakout volume, this particular breakout volume is actually is very good. Sorry, excuse my alerts going off. So yeah, you can see the breakout volume was nice and healthy there. I mean, it has died off really quickly, the volume. So do keep your eye on that, guys. You can see the volume has spiked and then it's died off quite dramatically. But I mean, that's the usual thing to see once everybody's watching. Once the breakouts happened here, people are waiting and watching for this retest. So incidentally, if we just look at zooming in for a little bit, if I just talk to you about the retest levels. I mean, what we don't want to see, you can see the highs here. Let me just turn the highlighter on. Okay, so you can see what would be ideal is if we come down and retest this top level here, which I've marked as 39,167, and bounce from there, which will be a retest of the descending uh, resistance, which hopefully will become support. So we come down, bounce from here, and then head off up towards the I think that we'll probably get the rejection, as I said, from this green line here, which is 41,600. So somewhere between 41.5 and 41.7, I think we'll get the correction, and we'll come back down, I think, to the low 30s after that. Those are my thoughts on that, guys. So watch out for that. Lots of people, I mean, the measured move from this breakout is actually the top of the wedge, which is all the way up here. So, I mean, if we just mark that on for you there at the top of the wedge. So the actual measured move, the breakout, if you like. I mean, on the conservative side, let's go with the candle bodies there. It is 43,800, but I don't think we're going to get to that level. Not on this attempt at least. I think we'll probably we'll come up. I mean, if we're lucky, we'll see the 42,400, but I don't think we'll get up that high either. The 41,600 level there, that is a key. I think let me just remind myself. So yeah, let me just see. It was, I think it was a from memory. I think it was a weekly support level. Let me just check that. Okay, yeah. So I'm just looking at that. Actually, the dotted green line there. It is there's kind of an area of interest, shall we say, which is kind of the wick high. Put the magnet back on. Put the wick high there. Um, and then you'll see that there's like an area there on a monthly time frame where you've got a wick high here, and you've got a level. You've got a wick high here, and also you've got the candle body closed there as well. So there's an area of interest, shall we say, in that area there. That's why I've marked that green line there. It was on the monthly actually. I thought it was on the weekly, but I'll just move that down slightly. So yeah, I mean there's quite a significant resistance there, guys, as you can see. You've got a wick high there. You've got the wick which came up to the bottom of it there, and you've got a candle body close in that area on a monthly time frame. So there is quite a lot of interest there, and I think that we'll see. That's why I think we'll see the that's going to be an area where I think possibly we'll likely reject from. Let me just get this back in the right place. Okay, so yeah, hence that reason you can see now they've got this the green area of interest, that bar there. So yeah, I mean the measured move, people will be looking for that measured move. I don't think it'll be typical of the market to just come up close to it, and just before everybody starts to take profits, it rolls over and then comes back down to the bottom of the range, and that's what I think is going to happen there. Just have a look at the dominance. We've mentioned this a few times on the channel recently, and you've got this huge triangular, what you would call, if this was an altcoin or crypto, you'd be saying that this is a distribution pattern, and there's a sort of 68% chance that they break to the downside. So I am pleased to see that we did come up into the resistance here, and we did reject, as you can see there. So we came up into this first resistance line, and we rejected, and we've come back down. We are now testing the neckline here, okay, and I suspect we may get a bounce. I think we're going to have another couple of attempts up into this range, and possibly, as I say, as you can see from this purple line, possibly even coming up to maybe even the top resistance line before we get that big rejection. And as I've said previously, guys, this dotted line here, which is there two there? Let me just check why there's two there. Oh yes, I mean, yeah, this is basically the candle body and the wick high there. But I think I'm going to take that one out. I mean, the actual, what we don't want to see is is dominance sort of breaking through this resistance and coming up above that 43.24 mark. If we get above that high and then we come down and retest, and then we start to see dominance taking off, that will likely mean that the alt season is not going to happen for the summer, which obviously that would be very disappointing, because things are shaping up to look like that this is rolling over and we're going to come down. Once we come back down to 39 level again, I think we'll break that, and as you can see from here, the measured move from the open end of the triangle here comes all the way down to 27%. So if we do get rejection in this price, and dominance starts coming down here and starts to fall, then altcoins will do fantastically well, as I'm sure most of you are aware. So there's an inverse effect basically. Whilst Bitcoin dominance is falling, that generally would mean that the altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. A good time to be in altcoins to try and make some more Bitcoin profits. And if we are, and on the sort of flip side to that, if dominance is increasing, then that generally means that the altcoins are doing badly against Bitcoin. So interesting times ahead. Nothing's changed really in respect of the alt season, which is coming. Just have a look at Tether dominance, and we've spoken about this area here a couple of times recently in recent videos, and we've said about the fact that once the Tether dominance comes up into this blue box zone here, so anywhere between 4.9 and 5.25% basically, you'll see that there's a each time it comes up, you get these rejections, and those rejections on this chart translate to downward movement on the Tether dominance. Means that basically the amount of so just to explain what Tether dominance is, it's basically the amount of the market cap which is currently in USDT Tether, and Tether is the biggest at the moment, currently the biggest stable coin. So this does give you a good measure of people. If this is increasing, it means basically people are starting to sell their altcoins into Tether, or Bitcoin, Ethereum, or altcoins into Tether. Okay, and generally when this flips over and starts to come down, it means that people are moving out of Tether, which indicates buying into Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the altcoins. So this is quite a good chart to use as an indicator of the general sort of direction for the market. On the face of things, this does actually look, unfortunately, like a bullish chart. You've got like a huge bottoming pattern here, and you've got yet another one being created here. But I don't think, I mean, if we start to break, there's a chance that we come up and test the top of this range at the top here, but I think that it's unlikely that we see that. You can see already that it's starting to reject, and I think we may get another couple of stabs up into this blue box territory before we get the actual rolling over, but I do think that this is going to roll over, which will be nice for the market in general. So short and sweet there, guys, today. Let me just have a quick look at Ethereum. So lots of you, excuse me, are the interest in Ethereum, as you can see. As suspected, we've got the bounce from Bitcoin, and the Ethereum chart is basically what we said was going to happen. Is that it's bouncing from support here. It's breaking out. This will probably roll back. I think this will probably get a little bit higher, actually, probably to this high here, somewhere around this region, before we get like a small correction and come down. And that would make sense with Bitcoin as well if we get another push up. So if we get another push up for Bitcoin back up into this area here, then that would make sense also with Ethereum, obviously having another stab upwards. So yeah, hopefully that's I'm going to keep it nice and short and sweet today, guys. I've made plenty of long videos this week. If you'd like to have any sort of further information on these charts that I've shown you and more charts, then please do go back and have a look at the videos from this week. There's some particularly good ones, and I will link them both on the end, so they'll put some end cards on the end of this video so that you can see the two videos particularly I'd like to draw your attention to. Thanks ever so much, guys, for liking and subscribing. Always remember, take profits and buy something real. Have a lovely weekend, which is up and coming. We're Thursday now, so we're nearly at the weekend, guys. Keep the spirits up. We're almost there, and I look forward to speaking to you again in the future.